This is my movie review for Argyle, the Matthew Vaughn series. Looks just like another Kingman movie, and this is spoiler free. I don't want to spoil any of the surprises, and though there are a lot of them, um, very unnecessary surprises. And after the success of the first Kingman movie, Matthew Vaughn has been very much eccentrically, stuck in this realm of dramatic action shots. And this film was kind of like all over the place. Sorry, I'm in the wrong lane. The film was kind of all over the place for different reasons. I've been done a review for Interstellar when it came out. Now, let's go into this deeply, all right? Because I want it to be known. Yes. Very much so. But let's. Sorry about that. Now, real clear for this, but as this movie played out, you saw a lot of different things happen. You're seeing characters blending in with each other. Henry Cavill is supposed to be the star of this film, the way it looked on the poster, but is Bryce Dallas Howard, who gives a great performance right alongside of Sam Rockwell. Those two actors had the most screen time, and they were essential in their parts. Henry Cavill and John Cena were barely seen in the movie. And I think they did a great job in breaking that down as how important that was visually. In my mind, when you start looking at the expectations of people, let's say, for instance, different approaches, different strategy layouts, you start to notice what other people would say is patterns. You start seeing patterns and layouts. And the formula of the movie and plot is Bryce Dallas Howard is supposedly this writer And she keeps writing all of these novelizations called Argyle, book 1, 2, and she's like writing her 5th book. But the things that she's writing just for some reason seem to be coming true. They can't understand it. No one could put 2 and 2 together as to understand why this is even happening. It doesn't make any sense as to why this would be taking place. That's behest to anybody else in the game. They can't put a finger on it. What they do know is that she seems to be guessing everything right in her novelizations that have become bestsellers. And now that her novelizations have become bestsellers, you have seen a difference in reality and what's real and what isn't. People interjecting their own beliefs into the projects. You've seen a lot of things take like a life of their own, if you want to say that to be clear. But once they start taking a life of their own, a lot of things starts to fall at the sides. You start seeing a lot of betrayal, a lot of things going wires. People, you don't know who to trust. People coming up trying to save her, other people trying to take her life. So your job in this film is trying to figure out the balance, trying to figure out what makes sense, what's real, what isn't real, in this action-packed, overly, I thought I would never say this about a movie, over action-packed film. That's what happened here. It was over action, overkill with action. This was Long Kiss Goodnight mixed in with Harley Quinn's own Birds of Prey movie. And this film just borrowed from a lot of movies, mixed them together, and made a colossal. The third act is a big cluster of everything you've ever loved about movies, and just went into the realm of the ridiculous. And just when you thought it was done, here comes another big action scene that is that's going to go even further into the abyss of absolutely ridiculousness. I mean, for real, they kept doing it throughout the entire film. It kept getting like more and more ridiculous on the final acts. So, laughing my head off, going back and forth watching this monstrosity, I said, Bryce Dallas Howard did a great job in this film. She did. Her and Rockwell, the chemistry was good. The role they wanted her to play, she did it to perfection. It's entertaining to watch one time, but you're not going to probably want to watch it anymore. There is a mid-credit scene which shows something else, like a continuation. But I don't know how many people are going to be interested in Argyle. It's one of those overdressed mystery James Bond knockoff type of films where they just, it's over the top with the action scenes. So the realm of realism is not even existent. It's like they got all this super tech everywhere, right? But they don't have enough tech to catch a speedboat on the water. They can't find a speedboat on the water. We lost them. It's like, well, they're on a speedboat in the water. They there's not too many places you can go from a speedboat in the water. Quite sure you guys have all these helicopters and everything else, and you can't find a speedboat in the water. So you get my drift, right? About the ridiculousness. Okay, glad you're with me. Now, now that everything has, centered itself, we start to move forward. We're having a very large problem here with with a lot of details and people in general who are trying to take things to another level. And when you're trying to take things to another level, you're going to always be approached by different entities altogether who has nothing in place but to try to take away from what you're implying. So when you're implying something, whether it's some type of junction or some type of event, you have to sit down and be able to navigate what it is that you're actually trying to achieve and accomplish within itself. So this film goes in the direction of the ridiculous pretty fast, and then it kind of stays there. Bryce Dallas Howard, even with the extra weight, she carried it well. Boy, her ass is looking good in them jeans. But she was thick. But besides that, her acting, though, she did a very good job, because the characters she plays have a lot of idiocracies, and you'll find out why that is. But once you do, then you'll understand and realize more of the major problem that she was facing in the film. And despite, how she looks, her beauty and all that, she can act. She's a very good actress. And, Ron Howard is her father, so, she probably was surrounded by the best actors in the game. And, she's a skilled director now, so it was shocking to see her back in a full starring acting role, so. Yeah, well, we'll see. It's been a lot going on. So, just wanted to share those nuggets with you. Thank y'all for supporting. Don't forget to subscribe and join the membership for the Screen Fiend, because we will be updating that more now, starting this month. So, now that that's up and going, just stay tuned. You're going to have a lot coming your way. I promise. It's just only 24 hours in a day. Alright. Oh, my review is 2.5 stars out of 4 for Argyle. It's your boy Carzino for Screen Fiend.